This guy is just loving just showing off.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I nearly pulled the whole tower down. Always use a drip loop. Drip loop, drip schmoop.
Oh, look, hold on a second, just a little moment here.
The Snort Rocket.
Hello.
Welcome back to Maidenhead Aquatics Taunton with your host. No, that's weird.
Oh, very exciting.
Gotta catch 'em all. I know it's my destiny.
Yeah.
Everyone at some point has been a Pokemon fan, haven't they? Were you?
No. Ah.
What's going on, beautiful people? A long time ago now, probably a year, it's getting on for anyway, I set up these 3 aquariums, and the idea was that there's one sort of continuous scape in each one that sort of culminates into the middle point. But obviously it's in my usual style, it's completely overgrown to the point where you can't see any of the hardscape. So I've got a plan of what I want to do on this one. So what I want to do is something completely different in these 3. Well, not completely different, as always. It'll be plants, wood, that sort of thing. Actually, not all plants. So the first one, the one that I'm going to be doing today is this one. And it's going to be hardscape only for bristle nose, some bristle nose, but also some exotic plecos, that kind of thing. And maybe like a breeding ground, something like that. And then I want to evolve it as we go. So I want it to go from hardscape only, nature style, and then jungle aquarium, which is kind of what we've got there now, but completely untamed with no structure whatsoever. All healthy plants, mind you, but it's, I can do better. Can do a lot better, and if you can, you should, and you must. I recommend you don't carry tanks like this. Ooh. So I've obviously got a tank set up, but I wanted to show you, how the tank comes when you buy it. And you've got decent packaging, it's all strapped in tightly. We've got lots of stuff that comes with the kit. With the kit as well. So satisfying. Here's all the instructions. We don't need those. I've done this quite a few times. So the kit comes with this nifty little canister filter, which has got like a staged sort of foam set up in it. It's got all the pipe work that you need as well. Inlet, outlet, you can have a spray bar. I quite like these, just a little spout just shooting across at a diagonal. That's everything you actually need to get going. These completely do the job. It's all I've used on all 3 of my tanks so far. And they look great. And it's got a lovely picture of an angelfish on the front. Up next is the Scaper LED light. These, you guys know how much I love these. They're such good value for money. And they grow plants so well. They are one colour, so you can't change the colour, but it is a really, really good colour. I think it's 6,500 Kelvin. Let me check. Don't know who Kelvin is. Oh, I'm wrong. It used to be. It's now 7,300, which is actually better because it's not quite as sort of yellowy. It's got more of a whitey tone to it, which is like very, very neutral looking. You'll see later on when we redo the tank. You also get a fertilizer and a liquid carbon as well. And you get this, which is the easiest way of colouring your aquarium. You have got either a black background. I'm not going to put it on because it's got moisture from being in my car, condensation. So you get a white background if you want, or you get the black background, just tape it to the edges. It completely blacks out the back. Like you can't see any gaps or anything like that, especially when the water's in and everything. It works so well. Glass-wise, we have got, how many mil is that?
You got the tool for the job?
Where's the tape measure?
Surely you don't use a tape measure for measuring things.
So it is 8 mil glass, beveled edges, which is nice. Just gives it a like sort of, I don't know if you can pick it up, but yeah, it's got beveled edges. It has got minimal silicone as well, so you don't get like a big, thick, gunky bit along the inside. It's just where the panes meet. And it's opti-white glass as well, so like clear glass, I think they call it. Like it's like multiple ways of saying it, but yeah, it's like low iron glass, which means that like you don't get a green tint to it. It's more like a bluey at the edges, and then it's like nice and clear, which is what you want for a highly detailed planted tank, don't you? And underneath, I can't be bothered to get this out, but there we go. You get a nice foam mat as well for it to sit on a levelling mat, which keeps everything nice and flush. It's not included in the kit, but you can also order the cabinetry to go with it if you want to. I always like these ones, the grey with the black. You've got the soft open and close doors. You can have shelving and stuff in there as well, but I like to just keep it all open. And that's all of it. So the first job to do though is just clear out that end aquarium. Shouldn't take too long. I was going to clear all of them, but it's not necessary. I'm just going to do like one at a time, and then the next video I'll do this one, then the next video I'll do this one. So we're working on the first tank today. Let's get it cleaned. Cheers.
Hello?
It's going down pretty fast, and I forgot to sort of get all this crud off. Not that it matters too much. You might have noticed as well that I didn't save very many of the plants. It's just that they've got quite a bit of algae on them in the back, just a little bit of thread algae, not much at all, but I don't want to take the chance of putting them in any other tanks, so out with the old, in with the new, as they say. So it's actually now Monday. So the last thing you saw was on a Friday. The sun was beaming in. We've put the curtain up now as well because it was just too much. But we had to crack on because it was literally the end of the day. And we had to get to the pub for pub lunch. It's our new Friday thing. But anyway, the tank, we're ready to go. Now we want this one to be quite spectacular. It's gonna be hardscape only because it's for plecos. And plecos, they will munch quite a lot of plants. You'll be all right with the hardier plants, but you don't want anything soft in there. Like, they love Echinodorus leaves, you know, like Amazon swords, things like that. It's just that luscious, green, thin tastiness for them. So it won't be anything like that. But what I'm gonna do instead is just go nuts with the hardscape. You know what I mean? And then it'll be tons of like hiding spaces and whatnot. I'm not sure whether to keep black on the background. I think we should probably should we keep black on? We can see. Good thing is the black background on the Superfish tank is like, you can just peel it off. So I can try it both ways and just see how it looks really. I think we'll just keep it for now though. I think it's a good idea though to go outside where I keep all the big pieces of wood and just have a look at what we've got, because I just want to build something nuts.
Nuts. Take the time.
Freezing today.
I've got no jumper on. I've got hypothermia, instant hypothermia.
Rocks? I was going to say wood.
Lovely rocks.
Right, so we've got...
Hold on a second, just a little moment here.
The snort rocket.
Hello. Carry on, as you were.
There's actually writing you can see. So we've got... Oh, this is cool. This is cool. That can come off. But yeah, it might be a bit too chunky. We might be able to go for more sort of spindly coming up. That's way too big. Although...
Because you were talking about coming in a bit like this.
Yeah, like upside down way.
Yeah.
So we want more like prongy.
Yeah.
So like that, for instance, you know, from one side.
Yeah.
Well, I want it coming in and going up. Do you know
want
what
it
I mean?
all?
Yeah. We can start from one side and work our way down, and then something set behind it in the opposite direction. I just want it to look like some sort of wood labyrinth, so that the plecos have got like multiple places to go, breeding areas, feel comfortable. The more places you give them to hide, usually more chance of seeing them. Although that's normal fish, I've never kept like proper plecos before, so that might not be the case. Hopefully that's the case.
First time you've kept plecos, isn't it?
Like non-bristle nose, you know, fancier ones, if you like, rather than just your standard bristle nose pleco or like a honeycomb pleco. We just got to get some wood in and get going.
On a serious note though, I am freezing.
Yeah, you might want a jumper.
That's what we're looking for, a twig.
Might be cool to add like some like detail ones as well.
Ooh.
The last thing we want is you like going to
that.
hospital in the snot rocket.
It won't be the first time.
Get out of the way! We're moving at 30 miles an hour.
That's quite a pile of...
Yeah, we might not use all of it, but like options, you know.
If you do this in one, I'll eat my hat.
Almost in one.
Not bad, not bad.
This is awkward. Could you get the door, Steph?
No, I can't.
Just saying to Steph, I think that like the black behind will look really nice and well, that looks pretty good. But if we had the white background, the wood would stand out even more. But then the plecos might not feel as comfortable.
In which situation?
If there wasn't a black darkness to the back.
Oh yeah, I guess labyrinthy, contrast.
As long as we light the wood up nicely, which we will, and there's not going to be tons of plants. There will be some plants. I've got a plan. But we'll get to that later. I think just keep the black for now. We can decide later.
Wouldn't be MD fish tanks without plants.
I think so too. lot of open space at the front. They're not the sort of fish that's going to keep coming out in the foreground that's completely open. I mean, we can have some rocks there as well, but this one might fit quite cool some kind of way. I just want to create sort of weird depth. To me, none of this really looks right at the moment, but that's why we keep fiddling. I think that looks like a brilliant hardscape, very different, exploding out from the corner, vanishing points about up there somewhere. And then we've gone for all of these twigs above it as well, giving it like a sort of, I don't know, autumn vibe, would you say, Steph?
I'd say autumny, yeah.
Like a few dead leaves there, they're eventually going to fall into the water as well. And well, actually they probably won't because they've been on there for a very long time. But we'll put botanicals and things because the bristlenose certainly love the softer water. We're going to be adding rocks here now as well, not too many, but I just want a little bit more sort of hard structure in as well. Then we can get some sand in. This wood has all been outside in soaking wet rain. Hopefully it stays sunk, but if not, I'm going to put some rocks and some key points and maybe some glue points as well. It should all stay there, but there's a full-on labyrinth look, and you can see that there's plenty of places for the fish to be able to go. I'm also going to be adding a ton of flow in here. She's coming in. She'll be... So I've got like another filter to go in. Where did I put it? I think I put it in here. Yeah, there we go. So I've got this filter here. I'm going to take all the canister bits off the bottom because I've actually got, you know, a proper, well, mini canister filter for the tank as well. So we've got double filtration, but this one is very high powered. So it is black, which is good because you won't really see it against the background. We'll find a way of sort of hiding it, but I want it to feel like a proper fast-flowing river. The plecos love fast flow. You should see where they are in the wild. It's like so fast going over the top. I saw a clip actually from one of the tanks in Germany that showed like what it's actually like for them. I'll put that up here now so you can see it, but super fast flow. We're not going to be that fast, but I do want like oxygenated water, fast flowing, just to replicate. Oh, that one piece just fell off. And we want rounded rocks then for that matter, because in a river that's fast flowing, most of the rocks are going to be rounded. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I think I got it. Oh, no, and every time it does that, we'll get this right.
I mean, to be honest, the eye is more drawn to what's going on below.
That's true. This is just additional decoration.
Je ne sais quoi.
We'll get it right. Kate's going to come in, the first thing she's going to say is, I don't like that, it looks dead. Yeah, it is.
It is, technically.
But in nature, you get that, don't you? You get stuff around the rivers that's like that. You know, all the wood that's in the water is as well, so, well, most of it. Good news is, we recently broke down one of the tanks over there, so we have got loads of rounded pebbles, and everyone knows that I love these. It's kind of like one of my signature things, I guess. Yuri's, another Aquascape, he did a tank recently, and he's like top class pro, and he said his client wanted it in MD style. I was like, I didn't even know I had a style, but it turns out I do. I'll take it. Oh, I really like this one. Look at that. All the different colours on it and a bit of algae as well. They'll love that.
Nice Crocs.
Oh, I should have bought my slippers.
Can't see them.
No, it's like I'm wearing nothing at all. And I've just realised that I've glued a load of stuff to these, so I've got to chip that off. We don't want to see that. Spoil everything.
What type of appropriate tool are you using today?
I am using the designated paper glue chisel, the Pleco chisel. You know me, Steph, I always use the right tool for the job. I mean, one time I did this and it hit some glass. Yeah. Thankfully, it wasn't the tank, which I'm now continuing to do it next to.
Yeah, you wouldn't really want this to... Yeah.
Yeah, but you know me, I'm a risk taker.
That's true. Clean rock.
Well, clean in the way that there's no... So it's kind of... What I'm going to kind of do is follow the angles of the wood, because it's as if the river's flowing in that direction. So most of the big ones would eventually form in the flow as, you know, over millennia.
This is what I find interesting about watching you do this, is you have a vision in your head of, like, the scene.
Yeah.
But in nature, how water's flowing, how stuff's fallen, which then helps you place things.
Yeah, and a lot of people use the golden ratio, they call it, to decide that, because nature apparently is formed on that, but I don't really know what that is. All I know is when I look at it, does it feel right? Yeah, keep it. something looks off, do it all again, you know? So that's just basically how I go about it, is just by feel. And I can't really, hopefully you're picking it up as we're doing it, are you, Steph?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, you kind of know anyway. You know composition, because Steph's like a designer, so he knows composition. It's just that, like, sometimes nature can look, if you too designy, it can look too contrived. So again, that would just tick in your brain. You'd be like, don't like it. If any moment when you're doing this, you go, don't like it, change it straight away. Don't go, well, we'll see. Just change it.
Even just a twist of a rock or a
small
reposition, and it can completely transform how something looks.
Yeah, like for instance, if this piece here that we've made do that, if that was the other way and it was curling up, it might look quite cool actually. But then you wouldn't know. But you know, when we did this here, I'm looking at it thinking it looks great. I know there's certain areas I'm going to put big plants as well, not bright green plants. So yeah, that's coming. But yeah, like even put the rocks in now, I don't know if this is going to be good yet. Like that one there is very, very rounded. So maybe I just put something on top, or maybe something like this colour near it, locking in this piece, which will then hopefully stop it floating. But then always give it everything the tap, just so you know that it's secure.
Crash!
So it's like we were talking about that just then. Like this looks a little bit odd to me. So maybe if we try placing it at an angle inwards, instantly I feel like that just sort of looks a bit better. It's going to look even more different when the sand's down, a little bit of scatter gravel and things like that as well, but just little different colour pops. That goes way more different colour underwater as well, a bit more vibrant.
More rocks.
You can never have enough rocks. Oh no, we need the, what did I call it?
Oh, you said the tool.
The tool.
It actually looks great from this angle too.
Yeah,
because you will view it like that.
Yeah, this is the view
in the room.
Yeah, basically.
In this angle here.
Yeah. Yes. Get in. Right, I've got some extra rocks if I need them, but I'm quite happy with where we are at the moment. I think it's time to get some sand in. I've got multiple coloured sands as an option, but I think it's got to be just your standard river colour sand in this one, isn't it? Like pool filter sand colour. I think it's got to be.
Is that what you used in the Lake Malawi?
Yeah.
Nice.
Or do we go different? Let's have a look.
Black.
So we've got the tradish. That's the tradish, which is short for traditional.
Thanks for clarifying.
Or we've got the ADA La Plata, which is like the tradish, but with like more flecks of larger grain sizes and like
it's got whites. More whites in it.
Yeah, a few dark. They're just a bit different variation in sizes.
Did you use that in your home tank?
I took it, but I didn't need it because the other one turned up. Or we've got the Colorado. Now there's not a huge amount there. So, I mean, we only really need a dusting anyway. So that might be an option. It won't contrast as well with the wood because it's similar tones, but maybe. We've got the ADA Aqua Gravel if we wanted to give it a real sort of rivery look. Or we have then got the Hugo Kamishi, which is like a coarse sand, fine gravel. It's got quite nice sort of tones in it. But yeah, I think we have to go for something a little bit more coarse because I've got that high flow. She's going to be in the... Otherwise it's just going to... Yes, enough of that. Right. It just comes out now naturally, all right? But yeah, I think we're going to have to go for these ones because I want the water pushing around. Any sand is just going to get pulled and whirlpooled and just moved out. Yeah. I think it'll be good. It'll be different. Random hitting of the bag. No reason. Yeah, let's do it. So there's coarser or there's the finer?
Finer.
Why?
Oh, it's more colours in it.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted you to say. Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I nearly pulled the whole tower down.
That would have been really, really...
Slow and steady wins the race. Got it. Hadouken. That's so lucky that didn't all come out.
So unnecessary.
Epic montage. So as always, we've got like, if you've got a fine dusting in the back, you still want to build it up a little bit at the back because it makes it feel like the tank's deeper when you sort of slope it up.
Perspective.
That's the word.
Shouldn't you have washed it?
Yeah, filter will do that for us. And I've got some AccuClear. Yeah, it's just a lot of effort for minimal time gain. Never wash any of my substrates ever. It's never been a problem, so.
You stroke that wood. We have a slight predicament.
I can get there. Maintenance is going to be fun. No, there'll be no need for maintenance.
That bit, oh gosh.
That's all right. We're going to glue it in a bit. I just don't want to now.
I'm glued. Oh no. Ah, sod it. We're having to resort to glue.
Thanks. You're going to need to put that down. I can't do this.
I dropped the glue.
I'm not going for like full-on solidarity at this point. I just want this to stay put so it doesn't all fall over. So there's the glue, and here is the reactor. And that's going to set now within seconds. And there we go.
Just clean these up, otherwise I'll get sacked.
For once, I'm using the right tool for the job. Steph, look at these. I think these pebbles are perfect. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah.
They're like literally matching.
Mini versions of the...
Let's do it.
Do it.
I do actually want to wash these though. I don't wash sands and gravels, but look at that. There's no point getting that in the tank when it's easily cleaned.
Would show you washing up, but it's an absolute mess in the sink.
We just had lunch, to be fair. Had a nice curry. And then I just really wanted to crack on with the build. I'll clean that up later.
We won't show a thing. Why do you need the water spray?
Because now that we've wet these rocks, they look completely different, right? Now, if I spray all the hardscape, it will also look different.
Oh, that made me out of breath.
See how the completely different tones. Look at how much more orangey pinky that is, and this will be darker. And now, the pebbles. It looks great. Ultimate realism. And some people don't even use like extra gravels and just keep the sand all real clean. But I'm not some people.
Say that again.
But I'm not some people.
No, I mean, it's a turn of phrase.
Oh, but you genuinely wanted me to say it again. The first love is the deepest.
We need more pebbles.
I'm deliberately just letting them fall because stuff doesn't get placed really, does it, in a river? Right, we can attempt to fill this up. It might float. It might float. But just to make sure, I'm actually going to go around, dab a few points on the rocks on the bottom. Hopefully that's enough to anchor it. It's almost, it looks dry, some of it. It's just literally surface dry. It's saturated all the way through with water because it's been outside for months, so it should be fine. That is all glued nicely. Now I'm going to fill it with bulb biters, Java ferns, and a ton of it. No, I'm not. I'm joking. Okay. Planting wise, I'm going to use Jeff's greening from ADG. Jeff's technique of greening, which is you just add in some epiphytes, some mosses. I want mosses and boost. That's all I want. So we've got like sort of darker tones to it. Nothing really vibrant, and not too much.
Famous last words.
I really like the idea of the moss just being everywhere, but no. Maybe. Now, Stefan, you don't know this, but there's multiple...
I don't know anything.
Well, not yet, but we're learning as we go. There's multiple techniques of attaching it. You can either glue it, or you can wrap it in green cotton, so it sort of stays flush to the wood. I think I'd rather glue it.
Okay.
Only because when you do it like flush with the cotton, it can look really sort of like, just for a long time, it can look really flat and kind of unnatural. Whereas at least when you do glue it, you get some upward bits as well. And this is the non-super glue gel type, so it's runny. I'm just gonna try it. I'm not sure, because I don't want it to sort of go all over the hardscape. So if I just tip it up and don't squeeze, then nothing will happen. There we go, just a few little dabby touches. Yabby dabby do, hey? There's a joke there, isn't there?
Probably.
The moss is already wet as well, so if I just lay it on top, hopefully we don't see any of that coming through, and it will still stick in place. Some of it will come off and go where it wants, but that's absolutely fine, because it's quite all sort of sparse and going in all directions with no complete flat surfaces. Get your palm on it, peel it up like a pancake, flat. And then also, if you can find spots that aren't completely flat, obviously you can just slot it in as well. I'm using the gel type for this because it's on the vertical, and it's just going to drip down otherwise.
How are you deciding about placement?
I'm just kind of going by like different levels so that they're not at the same heights and things like that. And then just stepping back and seeing, oh, there's a gap. Oh, there's a gap. Sometimes gaps are good, don't get me wrong, but I'm also looking for areas that are sort of flicking off the light as well. Just seems to look a bit more natural, like the moss would be growing in the light more than in the complete shaded areas, which isn't completely true. It will grow everywhere. But you tend to see it a little bit more like in a forest when the tree's fallen down, or wherever there's moisture as well, so both. So for instance, look, if you look at how everything's sort of lined up now, I don't like, particularly there's just a big empty bit here, and I feel like that could sweep into there. So you've got one really big section, then smaller, 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 medium size. And then I think that'll be enough, because I also want to add booses as well, to sort of add a bit more interest. We've got Bus Theai and Cadagang as well, look. Beautiful. Now hopefully I don't need to glue these, we can find some good spots, but if there's anywhere that's particularly missing it, and I have to glue, then I will. Like for instance that, I can push right into this little crack here, and that should stay locked right in, unless a pleco comes and sucks it. That was close. Oh, there's a cute little hole.
Your innuendos.
I'm not even doing it on the purpose. It's nice.
Scrap that.
Yep, we need the glue. Yeah, so we do need the glue. There's a little glue point here with the rock. I want to cover it up using glue and this beauty. Right, it's time to fit this filter as well before it becomes really awkward after all. That is a unit. She really is a unit. But I don't want any of that. I just want that. And then you've got like the big squirty squirt. Non-directional. Oh yes it is. That is direction. No it's not, that's flow. She's here. No. And then this is like the suckety suck suck for the
Would
back.
you stop with the squirty squirt, suckety suck?
Well, that's what it is. Slots on there. We have ultra power. What is this? It is 1,100 litres per hour. That is fast, Steph.
It'll take off.
It'll probably blow through the glass. What does this say? This looks important.
It's a plug.
Always use a drip loop. Drip loop, drip schmoop. But I will use a drip loop. A drip loop is like a double back thing, so the water can't drip all the way to the plug. So you do that.
Drip loop.
Drip loop.
What is this bit for?
If you wanted to do like a full-on, just have this as the only filter, it can kind of do everything. Okay. But we've got a proper filter, so that's why I just want that. Right, so if we can find a gap somehow to get it in behind here, which we can because that's removable, that area, even though I've glued it. It's fine, don't worry about that. We can get it in there. Hopefully I can find a pipe piece to go in here, but if not, it's just going to blow and go around anyway, so we'll just see how it looks. So fun! We have parts. Right, we're going to have to try and sort of botch something together but I think we can do it. So we can either try and see if that fits. It doesn't, so I can either glue, or we can take some pipe off, heat it up to wrap around here, and then create a sleeve for this to go onto it. That'll work, won't it? And then, yeah, we've got the bits and bobs. 3 sections. Looks like it might just about fit. If not, I can just cut and we'll just go with 2. No! It's like exactly the same size, so I could cut a little V in it, pinch it in, pull it in there, and then glue it, and then this can go inside of that. And there's your sort of sleeves then, potentially. So this pipe end is too big, but I cut a V in this side, and now I can just squeeze it in like that. We're in. I can glue it around the edge because the water pressure will undoubtedly just spit that out. Sleeve to go over the top. I need to heat it first so it's a bit more pliable because it probably won't slip into there.
So damn lucky.
Oh yes. Then of course we could now place that inside that tube. It's too long. In fact, 2 of them are still too long. You're going to see a lot of this, but not if we get it hide around the other side though.
Let's try and hide it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to cut it so we get some extra sprays and then put the cap at the end. I could just cut some more so it comes round on a bend and that'll work. It will spray out fast, but I just feel like with the spray bar, it's going to like jet it really well. Plus I'm going to add the air in as well, so we're going to get bubbles. So it's going to look exactly right, like a fast flowing river all along the surface.
Do you have the right tool for the job?
Sort of.
Ah, the trusty hacksaw.
It'll work. It's so blunt as well, I've just used it on other stuff.
On everything,
yeah.
Literally everything.
I told you. Right,
Probably is quite a good tool for the job, to be honest.
It's tool for the job. And rather than cutting the plastic, it's melted through it from friction. That doesn't fit in that. So we're going to take the trusty glue again. This is a bit of a botched job, but bodged job. Oh, but it will work. This is exactly how I used to get by doing things when I first started doing aquariums, because I couldn't afford the right piece of equipment for what I was trying to do. So you've got to adapt, modify, overcome, resolve. Spray that bit. There we go. Perfectly neat job. More than adequate. You're barely going to see it with the amount of stuff flowing. If I come up and under, there's a resounding no.
Oh, sugar plums.
No, it will fit, it will fit. I just need to take that off first.
Had to resort to the ladder. Serious job now.
The filter can fit in, but not the little sticky thing for the background. Oh no, this is annoying. You can't slot it in from the top either. You've got to slot it in from the bottom.
Is it too low?
Like that. I've got so much glue on me then. Right, so I've managed to get the whole filter behind all the woodwork so you can barely see it. Obviously you can see the pipe, but it's functional. It's going to provide really, really good flow and give us that look that we're going for. It's slightly aimed up. I might have to adjust that. We'll just see how it goes, but for now, we can get it filled up, get it running, test it out. Hopefully it works, maybe it won't. Only one way to find out. Let's go. So I'm going to plug the filter back in now. It was cleaned not too long ago, but it's all mature and everything, so I just want to keep that running for a bit. Gets everything sort of cycled faster. I mean, it's technically cycled straight away. Fish can go straight in. But I just want to keep it running. A little bit of grime never hurt anyone, did it? And then tomorrow I can literally go get the fish straight away. And now I've got the other plug down here for the new Superjet 3000 or 1,100 litres per hour. This might spray, it might not, I don't know.
Oh, that was
anticlimactic.
Very underwhelming.
We're going to need a bigger one. Could be just clearing some air. So the reason I thought that was going to be super powerful is because that unit was the same size as one I had a long, long time ago that eventually broke and I threw out. And I've never been able to find a replacement since. So because it was the same size and weight, I was expecting like that thing was crazy. I used it in a very old scape to create super fast flow in a 360 around an island back in my second big shed. And yeah, it was way quicker than this. I might have to put a wave maker in because I want that flow.
I mean, it is doing something. Like
no, there is normal flow out of it. Like it's a good amount for the tank. Just I wanted it crazy. It's not the look I was going for. We need a wave maker.
You have a wave maker?
I think there is one down here. I know there was. Please be here, please be here. I looked in this. I haven't looked in any of these for months. Yes, I knew it. The Reef Surge 4000. Okay, so that last one was 1,100 litres an hour. Let's go with this one. I don't actually know. Is it the 8,000 or is it, being that size, it's got to be the 4,000. Yep, 4,000. You've got to get these right. When it's somewhere near the surface, and then the magnet, there's a magnet at the back, holds it in place.
Oh, it's murky in there.
There's it, yeah, it'll clear shortly.
Oh, there we go.
I still want more. It might be low.
It is quite low, but it's definitely...
Do you mean low in the water or low power?
In the water. Oh, okay.
Oh, hang on, here we go.
Oh, that's better. Now it's going.
That's what we want. It's better. Okay, that's a good amount of flow, to be fair. I mean, you rarely see tanks doing this.
The fish going to do somersaults?
No, they love it. I'll show you the clip in a minute. You've still not seen it, have you? So that's the tank done for now. I'm just going to let it clear up. I'm really happy with the overall look. I'm okay with that flow. You know, we've got lows in the top there, lows now going down the bottom. I'm not completely happy with it though, so I'll see what other alternatives there are. Obviously there are faster pumps and stuff. I just don't want them to take up so much space that they become the only thing you see. So it might be one of those things where you've got to accept a level for the size of kit. It is good. Actually, the more I look at it now, better it's getting. We'll see tomorrow when it's completely clear. It's the next day and we've come in and it's pretty darn clear. I was expecting it to be way murkier than it is. The water itself is clear from particles, but what you're seeing, or maybe it's not coming across quite as well on camera, but there's a little hint of like slight browniness from all of this wood. Like I said, I was expecting way more because it's all brand new. I've never had it in a tank, but it has been out in the rain for a long time, and that's really, really helped. So the wood that's in here and the tannins actually lower the pH slightly, which will be good for the plecos that we're going to put in. Plus they love wood as well, they're going to munch on it. So a little bit of tannins in the water isn't actually too bad at all. It's, well, it's never too bad. It's pretty much always good for most fish, unless they're like high pH fish. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it, but I think after I fill a tank up on like one day, I always tend to do a water change the next day anyway, just to get any like loose organic matter out and that sort of thing. So we'll just whip it down and up again, and then we can go get some fish.
Oh God. Oh.
It's quite handy this being right by the door like that, straight out, no buckets or anything.
Buckets.
Buckets.
In a wet doorstep though.
There we go, water change done. Now remember, the filter is all cycled. There's no sort of algae on anything yet, so I will be adding algae wafers in. You know, this is quite an intense light for this low planting, so there will be algae on the wood. It's going to be a food source, but now we can go and get the fish. Got the card, got battery life?
Got battery life. Whoa. Where are we going?
Fish shop.
See you soon, Snub Rocket. The glorious day in England. Did you bring your sun cream?
It's literally been raining for like 2 weeks, hasn't it?
Here we are again. Roadworks everywhere. Even on this bit, there's roadworks. It's like roadwork galore. Space there, there's a space there, there's a space there, there's a space.
These are really nice peace lilies. Look at the size of this monster. Not Monstera, but yeah. This is way better. It's not like walking into the North Pole. We do need a barbecue. The storm took our other one away. This one's really nice. So yeah, sorry. We are back!
Wednesday.
No, yeah, it was going to be Wednesday. And now it's today.
I'm not fond of myself, honest.
Right, let's get professional, Mike. Welcome back to Maidenhead Aquatics Taunton with your host. No, this
I don't think we
weird.
do professional, do we?
Yes, you do. It's well profesh. Anyway, we're here for the plecos today. Remember a while back?
I don't know about this yet.
No, so
We've had
today
a discussion about that, of you setting up a tank, but this is all
the
new.
tank's done. The tank's
Awesome.
done. It looks cool, doesn't it, Steph? Yeah. Loads of wood.
Awesome.
Like it's awesome. Remember we were discussing like the medium sort of size plecos.
Yes.
Not megas. Although I do want megas, but not for this tank. That's going to be like.
No, I'd say if we go Picoltiers, high pans, then you won't go too far on.
And what about one of those the zebra?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure we can sneak a zebra in there somewhere.
So this one Martin's just come out of the display tank at the front.
Yep.
Adult size?
No, they'll get a little bit bigger than that.
Okay, that's cool, yeah.
Probably about 1.5 inches.
That's gorgeous flash pleco.
Yeah.
I've got flash plecos too actually back up in my archerfish tank.
Yep.
Not as big as that though yet.
Yep.
But yeah, that's great. I definitely want that one. Show him the zebra, Steph. Martin will get his arms in. So yeah, these are like a real treat for when you can see them.
Oh yeah,
if
definitely.
the discus moves.
Get out of the way.
They take a long time to grow, a long time to reach maturity, and a long time to
They're
breed.
a very, very long burn fish.
But that's fine. I don't mind that. Should I get one? Shall I get them both?
There's a group of 5.
Is there?
Yeah.
What's a good number to keep together? 5. 5
would be beautiful.
Cheryl would
Get
get
Cheryl the upseller.
Yeah.
I mean, they're absolutely fine on their own. They're fine in groups.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of having like a main group and then odd sort of like.
I would almost say use that one almost as your centerpiece.
Yeah.
So
I think so
single
too.
one of them.
Yeah, single one of them. I definitely want the clown. Sorry, the flash.
Yep.
Flash. Did it? And then there was more that we were talking about around the back. I can't.
Yeah.
because
But I have a preposition for you on that.
oh, if that's what you're saying. Yeah.
I have a group of 5 L262 fine knots. Which
the L262 fine dots.
you know what that is?
No, if you show me what they look like, then I know. Martin, would you go as far as to say that you know every number of all of the plecos?
No.
Oh, no. Is there too many for even you?
There's over 500.
Okay.
So there's a lot.
Right. Homework. I'm going to learn them all, so next time.
Good luck. Good luck. But no, there's a lot of L numbers that don't make it into the hobby. There's a lot of L numbers that get duplicated across on species. There's L numbers like L200, which is the Green Phantom, which is an L200 and an L200A. One is...
We'll just fade this out. We'll just fade it out. And then one eternity later.
It's not like it's a Mitsubishi L300.
You've got the Mitsubishi L300, you've got the L200, which is the pickup.
Yeah, and then there's the Ram 1500. But no, so these guys are the fine dots, the L262s. So deep black base coloration,
Yeah, they're cool.
bright white
They're
spotting.
cool.
I have a group of 5 of them in a tank at home at the moment.
What sort of size?
About the same size as those 3, to be honest. So there's a couple that are a little bit smaller. The other 3 are all about the same size as that big male that sat on the back.
Okay, this video is going out on Thursday.
Sure. I can have them here probably tomorrow.
Okay, that could be cool. We could come back to pick those ones up.
Yep.
But whilst we're here, we can get the other ones sort of settled in.
Yep.
And there was some over here, wasn't there, as well? Is it arabesques?
Yeah, the Queen Arabesques.
Queen
so
Arabesques.
260s.
That was the sort of one we were thinking of as like the group fish,
Yeah.
weren't we?
Yeah. So that's these guys.
Oh, sweet.
So
There's more than one, isn't there?
yeah,
I can see one. Yeah, there's
Tiny
quite a
under
few.
there, look.
Yes. So they're not a fish that's left that like are out in the open all the time.
Nope.
But it's like you will see them, especially if we've got a good group at any given time. You know.
Yeah, I mean, generally the best time to see them is feeding time, which for any of the high pan group, so these guys, the Zeb, the fine dots, just something nice and meaty.
So not necessarily just algae wafers.
No, not just aggie wafers.
So they graze on wood, but they'll take pellets and
chopped up
everything as
mussel,
well.
chopped up cockle, catfish pellets, like tropical grazer blocks, anything like that. They'll go for quite happily.
Frozens.
Yeah.
What
like
would you?
bloodworm, krill,
Bloodworm,
anything like that.
all of it.
Yep.
They basically just have everything.
Yeah, just anything nice and meaty.
Okay, that's good because I'm starting to do like mixes for the discus, so I'll do mixes, and just a bit of this can go in as well. So just put a bit
definitely.
more.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Yes. Steph's just asked me what these oddly shaped things are. He was curious. He thought we'd walked into the wrong shop. But actually, so happens, these are perfect. I think if we pick up a little selection of these, breeding spots for the plecos. you later, Aaron.
See you there. There you go, out the back door.
No, they can't see the secret exit and entrance. One or t'other. Oh, they have seen it. We already came out here with the tank, didn't we?
Yeah.
Thanks, Cheryl. See you in a few days.
Bye, Cheryl. See you later.
Probably should have cleared up the boot, shouldn't I?
That's breakfast sorted.
No hard braking. No, I need you to come in.
Oh.
I can't go anywhere.
Yep, still raining. Monumental. Pleco.
P is for Pleco. Horrible.
Thanks.
Bring on spring, that's all I say.
It's quite the hood on that.
It's a good hood. Yeah, you can buy my merch in the links below. Yeah, what I like about these hoods are my bold head look. Look at how neatly it locks in. No wind. Discus menu.
Your new home. Imagine the fish feel quite lucky coming home here.
Well, they don't know yet.
Surprise!
Get there eventually.
Oh, it's dark in here.
And here's your home. I'm actually really excited. Oh, hello, friend. You got a friend in me. Another Toy Story reference.
It's this little spider.
So, obviously, we've got our Pleco caves. Now, we made a point before I got these of saying, like, the fish that we've got, the Plecos we've got, I've got one of quite a lot of types because I just wanted, like, really cool Plecos. So, we don't know if we've got males and females or even if they can crossbreed. I'm sure someone will be able to tell in the comments when we unbox if we can actually, if these will breed together. Because we went for one that's different for each type. That doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. I don't know why I'm so excited. When Martin made a comment in there, he's like, they're not Pokemon, because I was like, I want that one, and I want that one, and I want that one, and he's like, they're not Pokemon, don't have to catch them all. And I was like, I think that is a thing for people who like Plecos. It's like, you do kind of want to have one of them all. And that's why they've got all these weird L numbers, which I'm going to try and remember. Don't worry, there's no fish in those. Oh, what if I got that wrong? And it was.
Luckily, you checked beforehand.
Yeah. Okay, now we've got the fishies, some extra bags so I can collect plants to take back to them. Okay, we've got some extra fish that's for a different tank.
Ooh, yeah.
That we're not showing
I'm
yet.
going to show that. Hide. I'll look away. I'm still looking away.
Okay.
Okay. Back in the Pleco box. All very exciting.
Okay, so that is the flash Pleco, I think. Yeah, that's a flash Pleco. A really nice grown one. This one, I can't tell. It could be the blue that's just not blue. That could well be the blue phantom, possibly. It's hard to tell. There's a lot more blue in the shop, but then we haven't got any lights on it. So here is the snowball. Snowball, they're going to look... we got to show them now because they might not be on show when they go in the tank. Snowball Pleco. So I've got the caves. I'm not entirely sure where to place them, but I do want to put them facing out towards our view so that if I ever want to have a little look in, even if they don't breed in them, they'll still like to use them as refuge. So we'll definitely put them in. Whee! And they do kind of stand out, but I kind of like it. This might be a nice little spot. Right in there. Yeah, I can see right in it. So that'd be quite cool. And maybe one down here in this corner, maybe. We can work on the locations, but I quite like it. I mean, it's not the sort of shape that you can hide, so I think it's best proper showing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you want to turn the light off, Stefan?
Sure.
So usually when I get the fish back, I'll float them in the aquarium and just let them temperature acclimate, but I heat the room. The temperature of the aquarium is the same as the room, and they've all been like in whilst we've been having lunch, and they're already acclimated temperature-wise, so I can put each one in now. So what I'm going to do is pour most of the water out so the Pleco's just left, and put them in each one at a time so we can get a nice close-up of each one. Each one. Each one.
Each one. Each one.
Each one. All right, this is the flash Pleco. Oh, he's gone.
Crikey.
Come around here, look. Here he is on the side. Oh, he looks great in their colours. And we never see him again.
Goodbye.
He's very nice, isn't he?
Beautiful.
I can see why people... Yeah, like camouflage white. I can see why people are like massive Pleco fans. So he's trying to source out like the best location probably at the moment. So this is the arabesque. It's like a really nice... Oh, you can see down there, look, Steph. Just in case it hides, we'll do a shot like this each time. Can you see?
Hold on, let me zoom in.
Getting him?
Oh, yeah. So
he's got like these really cool swirly markings. I'm saying here, it could be a girl. Very, very hard to tell, I think, at this sort of stage. They're quite young. Right, arabesque going in. Now, this one's a bit smaller than the flash Pleco.
Oh, straight into
the colours look good. The colours looked good. Just before it went then, the stripes on it like really did flash there.
This guy is just loving, just showing off.
Yeah, very playful one, that one. Hopefully it stays that confident. And then this one is the blue Phantom, which is a bit discoloured right now. We saw how blue it was in the shop. Like I say, you're kind of losing the colouring because it's been in the bag and it's also slipping. Feeling like this one might be a rare treat for us to see. Oh, he's gone.
Wow, already. Oh, yeah.
Colours look good?
Yeah.
Can you see the blue?
Little fleck of blue on the...
Yeah, that's going to come out way... Oh, yeah, when it glistens in the...
Yeah.
Yes, we got him. That looks so good. Blue, the green on it as well. Amazing. Completely different to how it looked in the bag, isn't it?
Yeah, just all the colours have come popping, karma popping.
Oh, yes, this tank is wicked. And as they grow, and if they get too big, like, I'm definitely just going to do a 4 foot for them all as well. Probably going to get more. This could be the start of an L collection.
The Pleco obsession.
Yeah.
Oh, Martin from Maidenhead's a big fan, isn't he?
Yeah. Like, they're not the most filmable of things, you know, usually, because they don't school or anything like that. But from a personal point of view, they're cool as hell, aren't they? They're like little fish dinosaurs.
It's on the wood.
Is it?
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Oh, wow. Against the blue against it is insane. That looks so cool against the wood. So up next is the blue Panac. So obviously we've got the blue Phantom, which is like a vibrant blue. The blue Panac is like a velvet blue, a much deeper one. I've seen an adult one. Oh, they look amazing. Cheryl used to have one. She brought it to the shop because it outgrew the tank, I think, or was destroying her plants. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, it's not really a lot to see at the moment because you can't see the colours again. It looks quite dark, doesn't it? It's the texture of them that looks completely different though. Okay, this is quite a little one compared to the others. Already that blue is coming in. Come on, buddy. Here we go.
Oh.
Can you see the blue?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Is he gone? Oh, he's down there. Oh, yeah. Again, that will colour up a lot better as we go.
Make sure you whisper.
Next up, Snowball Pleco. Very, very cool looking. And you can actually kind of get a shot there, look.
Yeah.
Actually, from the top down, this one's good as well. This is the one that Aaron was like, have you seen the Snowball Plecos? I was like, no. He's like, oh, they're awesome. Come and have a look. I was like, yep, I'm getting one. Gotta catch 'em all. I know it's my destiny.
Wow. You really...
Everyone at some point has been a Pokemon fan, haven't they? Were you?
No.
Ah. There we go then. The Snowball is not wanting to get... Oh, yeah, there we go. Whoa. Literally glowing.
Love that corner, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, straight on the rock.
There's actually a lot more flow in here than maybe looks like on camera as well, which is what we designed it as, because they like a lot of flow.
I'm surprised you didn't make a flow joke then.
We've done a lot of flow jokes. I can literally see why it's a flash Pleco, because it's the only one that's like constantly out.
It's just loving being out and about.
That is a hell of a shot. The flash just pushed him out. Flash just went in there, was like, get out, Snowball, which is kind of gold. But next, look at the mess. Next, we've got the high fin green Phantom. So similar to the blue Phantom, but green Phantom and really high fin on it.
Hence the name.
Hence. I feel like hence isn't used enough. Yeah, so you can sort of see the green on the body, and as they grow, they do sort of develop more colour as well. Now, hopefully this green Phantom goes just where all the others have gone.
Straight into that bottom corner. Whoa.
Whoa. Great colour in the tank, isn't it? Look at that. I mean, we're calling it green Phantom. It's mainly yellow at the moment, but you can sort of see the green potentially coming through at a later date. But it's just come out of the bag. I mean, it's going to be stressed. Look at the Snowball now, Steph.
Looking
The
good.
velvet's staying exactly where it was as well.
Like
Right
in the
there. He's
spot.
loving that little area. The colours the colour palette, I'd say, of the whole tank just works really well together, doesn't it? As a designer, Stefan, what would you say?
Yes.
That's good enough for me. And finally, the piece of resistance. It's a Lego movie joke there. Before anyone could, I've said that before, and someone put, that's not actually how you say that. I know. Stefan would know. How do you pronounce it, Steph?
Piece de résistance.
What's the actual saying in French?
Pièce
That's it.
de résistance.
A bonjour, silver plate. Je m'appelle MD. Oh, so this is the ultimate Pleco, the super rare, or actually just massively expensive zebra Pleco. And the reason they're quite expensive is because they take a long time to get to a mature age where they can breed. So there's a lot of investment in them. Maybe we get another one at some point, once I've taken out a new mortgage. You watch, look, all this hype, and it won't go where all the other ones did. I'm going to try and direct it into the same sort of flow. Here we go. Oh, he wants this way. Okay, perfect. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I assure you he is okay. He's just angled on the rock. We're not even done. I just spoke to Martin. He has got 5 fine dots that he's bringing from his home tank tomorrow. Bred them, I think he has. So they're going to be going in as well. There's quite a decent amount of stocking for this size tank, but all of them are quite young at the moment. And like I say, as we go, I always do this. I always upgrade the tank as I go if I'm keeping the fish. And I think I'm definitely keeping all of these. It's now the next day. We've already been back to the shop. Didn't film it because obviously we've already done that whole section. But I've collected the homebred fine dot plecos from Martin's tank. He got them this morning. We've already picked them up. So we've got a group of 6. He thought there was 5, but there's 6. They're not quite as flashy as some of them, but they're still cool. You can't really see their top detail, but they're really good size. The way Martin was saying it, I just, for some reason, thought they were babies. They're really, really good size. There we go. A little bit of poo. I've been in there a while. But I think they look even better like the other ones did under the lights in the aquarium. Hopefully these do exactly like the other ones did.
Ooh.
Oh, look. Oh, they look way better under the light. Way, way better. God, look on the wood, Steph.
Oh yeah, wow, they're looking amazing.
Look at those, Kate. Kate's here as well, by the way, guys. She loves the plecos.
Oh yeah, they've got little dots, haven't they?
They look amazing under the light. It's so different, isn't it, this lighting? Really good from Superfish. It does always light everything up so well. Oh, hang on, let me get a photo. Stay there.
Yeah.
So this has been a really interesting tank for me because back when I started a hobby, I was all about the flashy fish and that kind of thing. But as I've evolved as a fish keeper, I've been far more attracted to some of the more subtleties in some of the fish. I mean, granted, some of them are bright blue, but I guess I'm talking in more like behavior. You've got to really sit and watch this tank to be able to appreciate the fish because they're not doing everything you want to see all the time. But that does mean when you do see them, it's really exciting. And if you put enough of them in there like this one, you're going to see them all the time, at least like 1 or 2 of them. It also means that we can appreciate the tank a lot more as well, because you are spending a lot more time looking at it as you're hunting for the fish. There is a temptation to add some sort of schooling fish in here, and that might happen at some point, but for now, I'm definitely happy with what we've got. I'm just gonna watch it all evolve. Hopefully we get some breeding, and I'm fully expecting these fish to do well, and we'll definitely be upgrading their tank as time goes by. When they're all adults, especially with the number in here, it might be a little bit cramped. It probably would be okay, but I'm definitely gonna want to upgrade to an even bigger tank at some point. Also, with a bigger tank, it's always easier to replicate an environment. Like this is all quite compact, but we could space it out more, have even more wave makers in there and have like a really, really fast horizontal flow. It's a decent amount of flow in this tank, but I would like even more. This is way more flow than I usually have in any planted aquarium. So it's already up there, but even more as we evolve. Hopefully this video has inspired you guys to have a look at the plecos if you've not looked at them before. Be aware though, if you do have a fully planted tank, the chances of them like digging up under rocks and things and uprooting plants is quite high, especially as they get bigger. But if you go for a simple design like this with the plants attached to rocks or wood, you're definitely onto a winner. The plants will still grow great. I might have to reduce the lighting a little bit to cut down on some algae, but that said, they're all gonna munch on it as well, all off of the wood. It's gonna evolve even further and just get better and better.